Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to Wizard's Lizard. Hey, wow, that's a big sword. Guess I probably should have pinched my pennies. Anyway, we got shaman boots, and we've got a shaman ring, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get that sword. It's highly doubtful I'm going to get 7,400 gold in the space of the next couple minutes. We'll see, because I got a lot of zombies to murder my way through, and now that I remember, there is actually a way to get to the forest, but it's only through level 1, so we have to figure out how to get our way there. That said, I probably should have summoned all of these zombies just before immediately going through. Why is the hunting spear more expensive than the axe? I guess it doesn't bounce, but it feels like it does a heck of a lot more damage. Kind of hard to tell. Either way. Well, that put us 300 more gold. We could try killing the shopkeeper for it. That seems like that would be a terrible idea, but, I mean, I'm not above terrible ideas, right? Sorta. Anyway, zombie in my house. Okay, zombie less so in my house. Let's kill the zombies that are actually remotely close to us instead of going for the owl, which is more than likely to screw our day up, because I do not like having my day screwed. In any way, shape, or form. That sounds really unfortunate when I say it that way. Okay. I probably shouldn't also bother farming zombies. I'm gonna do it anyway, because, you know, maybe one of them will drop a crown. You kill the zombie king. It's possible, right? And there's some food for us. Let's keep looking, though. Ooh, that's a lot. Oh, well, that was dumb. At least we got the meat sitting around, so we can come back for that. I'm gonna have to kind of backtrack a little bit. Unfortunately, if I want to get to the forest, we're gonna have to kind of search for cracks in the walls. I'm not entirely sure where those are gonna be. Are they in the first room, the last room? Where are they gonna be? They might be near a door. Yeah, I mean, might just be one of those where we don't find it ever. Entirely possible. Well, what? 6,600 gold to go? This is probably going to be a fruitless venture, but I'm gonna cross my fingers, my toes, I don't know, my britches. I don't know, crossing my britches seems like kind of a gross thing to do. Anyway, I guess we're halfway there now, but chances still incredibly slim. Yay, 50 gold per zombie, sort of. Not good chances. Not good chances at all. I should probably kill this thing instead. And we've got these guys. Many of these guys. Okay. Shoot, I was really hoping for just like a bunch of crowns on the ground. I really should just like give up at this point, because there's no way I'm gonna get enough cash. If I hadn't bought the hunter spear and the shaman ring from the outset, we probably would have been okay, but, well, there's no planning for finding the big-ass sword in the shop. That just doesn't happen, right? Kind of, sort of. But it's not exactly the kind of thing that I'd want to just plan on. I guess I did spend the first, you know, majority of the... See, I'm just going to look for some cracked walls here. Because at the very least, if we're not going to get the big-ass sword, I'd very much like to see if I could find the forest. So this might take a little bit, so at this point I'm going to jump cut while I look, and potentially blow myself up with the barrel. Hilarious, but not exactly the best. And I'll report when I've figured it out, how to get there. Well, I've actually found out where the cracks are, so, you know, there are a couple of imperceptible little cracks all over the place. Actually, there are none in this room. Okay, here's one. Like that little bottom brick that's cracked. Or there's this wall that's actually truly broken. Let's go to the forest. Really wish... actually, no. Even if I had pinched my pennies, we would have been 600 gold short of buying the big-ass sword, which would have been disappointing. Anyway, what happens when I break a shrubbery? The answer is nothing. Okay, so forest is a big level. It's got a lot of farming opportunities for us, but our initial goal is going to be... Yep, I almost got hit by that, even though I was trying to be dodgy and stuff. I mean, I guess I am a dodgy person, you know... Trench coat, greasy, long black hair, all that kind of business. Actually, that describes me in no way, shape, or form. I guess I do have a trench coat, come to think of it, but technically it's a, like, super expensive long coat. Whatever, I'm not pleading my case particularly well here. I got it for $5 in a Goodwill, so sue me. That doesn't help my case either, come to think of it. Either way, okay, so we've got a lot of scaries, but you know what? I've been here before, and I know the process now. Come on, Mr. Slimy. I'm not that super dangerous, except for I really am. I'm kind of the only unending force of destruction in this entire place, with the exception of those freaking spike rings that just murder my face. Don't appreciate them. Anyway, we've got mushrooms, we've got shrubberies, and we've got Gold! Sweet, beautiful gold. I don't know why specifically I'm pissing off this owl over here. That seems like a terrible idea. But, it's probably going to be... Oh, right. We got slimes to deal with. Slimes are scary, slimes are scary, slimes are scary. And I do not do enough damage to kill slimes. Okay. Now, we've got... Oh, yep. Now we've got we've got 2 slimes. I was not exactly planning this out particularly well. With luck, the one behind me / to my left will not go into, like, pissed off mode until I dispatch the other one. Worked perfectly. Planning. Okay, and watch out for the spike traps on the ground. They actually hurt. Now we have enough gold for the big-ass sword, but we'll never get there. And apparently we've got a revival circle if we do manage to die, which is highly unlikely, but if it happens, I'll just immediately beeline here. Because that seems like a bright idea, right? Right. So... does look like it would be a bit of a challenge. Looks like there's a lot of big skulls and skeleton nests all over the place, but considering we do have the hunting spear, we at least have the DPS to probably deal with the problem. Not entirely sure here, but it should be okay. Let's just murder our way past everything. I don't think the mushrooms shoot sideways. Yep, they don't. Beautiful. And that's a bat, not an owl. I don't know why, but the owls are just far more dangerous. I guess it's because their movement is a little bit more unpredictable. I'm not entirely sure why. Owls are the kind that will only attack you when you attack them, and then fly in like really weird and erratic patterns, but I guess that's just the way things go. We are loaded, too. I guess we did take 10 damage fairly early on, but it's one of those where I'm actually kind of surprised we haven't gotten more injured. I guess I'm maybe getting better at this game. Which kind of makes me sad. I think when I was like first going into this series, I'm going to do this every once in a while where I kind of compare myself to Northern Lion. Because as far as I can tell, he is the largest Let's Player that / reviewer / whatever you want to call. Ow. I did not see the man-eater up here. Anyway, I think he's the largest one of them that actually consistently plays roguelikes. I could be wrong in this case, but I think he's the biggest one. I really do not know of anybody larger in the industry that plays as many roguelikes as, you know, Northern Lion or myself. And there were traps on the ground. Of course there were traps on the ground. Really should pay attention, but I was too busy looking at the cash. Because, you know, I got cash money fever. That's not actually a thing. I mean, you could say it was, but if that was truly the case, I'd be a business major and not doing less playing, because... I mean, unless you're really PewDiePie, there's not a whole lot of money in here. I guess once you get up to the size of, you know, a couple 100,000 / 1 million subs, yeah, that's when you really are big enough. Anyway, so, like as I was saying, comparing myself to Northern Lion, I'm actually really surprised he stopped his Lizard series. I will admit, I've never actually seen it, so I have no idea how far he got, but it seemed odd to me. Ow. Freaking slime balls. Oh, this is bad. And, yep, this is real bad. I got cornered by slimes, bats, and everything not friendly, so we're quite injured. At least I'm keeping my distance now, which is something that I probably should have done earlier. Probably should have dispatched the mushrooms. I didn't want to get hit incidentally, and I got hit incidentally anyway. Well, worst comes to worst, I go back to the revival circle and we'll be okay. Hopefully. Now the question is, can I use a revival room as many times as I want? I've never actually tested that before. Airplane. Should probably close the window. It's kind of loud outside. Okay. Let's murder the crap out of everything. Specifically, that bat and that mushroom. Okay. We're not dead yet, somehow. Mystically. Oh, watch out for that mushroom. And I think we're scot-free as far as this room goes. It does look like it continues on, and there's an apple. Beautiful. Just don't take damage from the trap. Fortunately, that was only 10 health worth of stuff. I was kind of hoping for 20, but not entirely surprised. Anyway, let's just murder the crap out of this guy. Oh, it's one of these rooms again. Oh, this is gonna be quite the party. I wonder how many times I can get through here. This is gonna be quite the mess. And I took out half of them, or something like that. Oh. Oh. Apparently, I can't hit explosive barrels. That's actually pretty good. I was a little bit concerned about that. I'm just going to explode it as I go by, instead of trying to deal with it. Ooh, do not get stuck on the spiderwebs. Well, now that I've killed them all, or not killed them all, I've pissed them all off, I can just circle strafe around the outside and shoot the middle, because I'm like some kind of weird cow herder. I'm not a sheepdog so much as just like I guess Miss Bo Peep with the crook and the whatnot. Apparently, I'm like a teenage girl that tends sheep. I think she's supposed to be teenage. I'm not exactly up to par with my nursery rhymes by any means or fashion. I'm kind of more of a, you know, YouTube guy where I just watch YouTube videos. I don't know. I don't read enough books, but if I were to read a book, it would probably not be anything in any relation to nursery rhymes. Well, no, I guess one counter example would be the Fables game. Not Fables. Fabled. It was, yeah, Wolf Among Us, which was technically based on the Fables. Epic, mastered killing zombie grave robber. Oh, and that's all of them. Really hope I don't die and have to go back through here. If I remember right, the shovel's awful, so let's not bother with it. We're still very injured, but we get a super expensive blueprint for our troubles. Blueprint, Book of Magic. Nice. I was kind of hoping it would just be like a room full of villagers that I could all recruit at once, but not the case. Not surprising, but disappointing nonetheless. Anyway, so we have just short of enough money for that big sword. Too bad we'll never be able to come back for it. That's, I mean, technically not my problem, just a bit disappointing, because I wanted to see what the big sword did. Probably just like super amounts of damage and very slow attacks. Or something. Anyway, let's go for the man-eater first this time. Because as much as those slimes are kind of scary, they really aren't that threatening. They just kind of scoot in a direction. One singular direction. I'm going to have to worry about that slime just being a little bit sketchy. But otherwise, I think we're going to be okay. Just make sure I don't get hit by them or any other kinds of traps as we go through. We're almost done, too. That's where you can find villagers on these. Hide on the side of the mushroom, kill the black bats, and pretty much scot-free. Hey, we get an apple for our trouble, too. Just gotta hide out over here, presumably. Hiding. Continue hiding. Grab the chest. What's the chest got? Ah, poison totem. That's pretty good. Assuming that we run into enemies that we need to bother with slowing down. And I don't think there's anything else remotely threatening around here, so we can leave. I am clearing this place out. Okay, so looks like we've got... Whoop. There was a mushroom there. Did not realize that. Lots of cash. We're still very much injured. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to poison the owl, and then I'm just going to let him, you know, kind of scoot around, problem solved. And I guess there was not a villager to rescue on this level. That... Really? That surprises me. Well, I guess we're going to have to go in and fight. I'm going to give it a little bit more time just to let my poison totem charge, because that's pretty important, right? And I think it's just werewolves, right? Yep, looks like it's just werewolves. Let's poison him. Okay, he's already dead. This one will be coming through short enough. Never mind. He's dead too. I'm trying to... There we go. That's the angle I want. Keep pissing off the werewolves. Keep pissing them off. And they're dead. Mainly, I'm trying to hit things while hiding behind all these mushrooms, because that seems like a wise plan. What? Don't want to get... Oh. Guess I'm not going to get hit by that either. Are there any other things here that... Unfortunately, the camera's, you know, not exactly panned down to the point where I can see the rest of the area. Just a bit on the frustrating side. But I guess I can just pot shot off into the distance and hope for the best here. Actually seems to be working. Looks like we've got one more werewolf to deal with. I'm just gonna see if I can angle over, take that thing out. Sweet, and we get an apple. I'm just gonna... Wow. They travel really far. I will keep that in mind. I'll just keep putting spears into them too, because apparently spears are useful against wolves. Is that it for the room? I don't see anything else that's particularly dangerous. Yeah, we're done. Sweet, let's go through. And I thought somebody told me that you could rescue a villager on the forest somewhere, but does not look like the case. And we get the steel ball again, back up to mostly full health. This is a good run. Didn't at all get the things we needed, but we got a super expensive blueprint, so I'm going to call that successful. Quote-unquote. Anyway, does that put us on Cemetery 3? Yeah, it does. So I guess it skips us entirely past Cemetery 2. Makes sense. So, ideally we will find a merchant shortly, because what we need pretty badly is gear. We've got Shaman Ring, Shaman Boots, neither of which are particularly high on my list of things to get. They both, I think, just boost my totem, which, I mean, appreciated, but not exactly necessary. Anyway, let's see. Now, if I'm truly lucky here... Oh, this is going to be a bit on the scary side of thing. It's just because of, you know, lack of room to move around, but... trying to think of anything specifically we need to get. Ideally, I'd like to get a better weapon, because the steel ball is kind of cool, but I mean, we've already seen what the steel ball does. It's nice to, you know, greener pastures and whatnot. But, oop, werewolves right off the bat. I'm just gonna poison the crap out of them. Let the steel balls handle that for me. Thank you. Apparently they don't get poisoned. Oh wait, no, they do get poisoned, but the poison only affects them after the fact of their, you know, weird chargey thing. I'm not entirely sure why werewolves have a charge attack like that. I guess where they become a blue bolt of energy, but I'm not going to question it too much. This is Wizard's Lizard. I'm running around as a lizard, chucking shit at zombies. Like, I guess it would make sense if I had, I don't know, lizard powers, but as it stands, you could replace my character with literally anything else, and it might actually make more sense than a lizard. Like, it'd be kind of cool if I was Igor or something, but I guess Wizard's Lizard sounds a heck of a lot better when you say it that way, so I'll just accept that as the most likely of answers. Anyway, let's put the poison down, and then immediately trap myself in a corner here. Well, that was stupid. I guess I probably could have broken the lamp to get past, but this works too, right? Ow. I say that just as I take damage. I am an impressive individual. So we've got a lot of things hiding in these barrels here. Not all of them, though. Okay, that's good. So let's just look for treasure. We've got a chest. It's probably a mimic. Not a mimic. We get a wizard's hat. Sweet. More spells. If only I actually used them. And now this is going to be a little bit on the dangerous side of things. Because, oh wait, no, never mind. That's not particularly dangerous at all. And we found a villager. Beautiful. Just gotta, you know, deal with the massive number of owls that have decided to take up residence in this area. Let's take out the werewolf. Well, the werewolf is here. Werewolf is dead. And I think there's like one more owl to deal with on that side. I just like flung my balls off in a direction. That sounded weird. Anyway, I just flung one of my steel balls off in a random direction. I was like, okay, what happens? The answer is owls. Not entirely sure why the answer is owls. It never should be owls. Like, you ask the question, it's like, what's 5 plus 5? And somebody says owls. You'll look at them like they're crazy. Well, that's the expression of my current situation. Owls. Anyway, so, not much down this track. We found a villager, which means we can start getting even better gear. I think our starting cash is 3,500, which is pretty darn good, if you ask me. I'm honestly pretty happy about that. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to poison the crap out of everything, and just let the owls die. Damn it, zombie, get in my way. Preventing me from murdering owls. Seriously, why owls? Okay, and cash. So, yeah, we definitely could afford that big sword now. If, you know, we had the chance to, but we won't. Doesn't matter. Okay, so, hey, and then we took him out. That made life a heck of a lot easier. Let's piss this guy off. Do a fair amount of damage. Yeah, the soul bolt. I mean, the soul bolt is nice. It's just moving my hand away from the shooty stick. Right stick, shooty stick. I don't know. My terminologies at this point have become a lot more inane as I play more video games, it looks like. Let's grab a little bit of cash, grab a little bit more cash, and circle back around. Okay, so we've got the axe, but is that the same axe? I don't know. Well, smorgasbord! So we got the battle axe, trickster head, battle axe, gains power bouncing off walls, increases attack cooldown, weapon sheath, increases trickiness, soul power, cryptic finger, trickiness. Not entirely what trickiness does. I am more than willing to bet, though, that the steel ball is better than the axe. I think. I have no idea. Because this isn't the usual axe you start with, right? Yeah, no, this is a different axe. Well, I asked for a new weapon, so this is what I'm gonna give you. Not sure if it's actually better or not, but we had the cash, and probably will have the cash again, so let's just kind of accept things. And what variety of... Oh, it's this kind. Wasn't entirely sure which one of... like, which variant of the boss I wanted to deal with. And when it comes down to it, God, this one attacks slowly. Kind of hope we get some damage boosting items at some point soon, because I'm not keen on this slow of an attack. So I think I might just go for getting the steel ball as soon as we're done with this boss fight, because this just seems weaker. by a long shot. It doesn't seem like it does any extra damage, and realistically, it doesn't even have as good of a range, which is kind of super suck bad. I'll just do what I can here. And yep, Poison Totem actually works pretty darn well for this. We'll have to keep that in mind. Anyway, let's just let him do his thing. He's not down yet. Luckily, we've taken away all of his zombie minions, so now he's just kind of useless when he does that, but we do have to worry about him doing that. Thank you very much. He does also feel like he's a heck of a lot slower than he was. He does have pretty crazy range. Maybe that's his weakness? I'm not entirely sure. But we'll just accept it and abide. Not entirely sure why I even did that, but I guess it slows him down in this initial section. Thank you very much. I guess I can kind of hit him if I do that, but it's not exactly working very well. I just probably have to hide out. I'm glad he's not the kind that just, like, blitzes across the entire room. And thank you very much. Goodbye. Now, which one's sprint? B is sprint. Cool. I'll have to keep that one in mind as well. Anyway, yeah, definitely switching back to the steel ball after this. I was like, yeah, we'll use the new weapon. That'll be a bright idea, right? Yep. That was a bad situation to be in. Really do not want to die here, because we don't have a good way of reviving, and I very much like to be, you know, living, going on to the next level. You know, because that makes sense. Let's just poison him and escape this direction. There's barely enough room there, but, you know, it works, I think. Kind of wish the poison would actually do damage over time instead, because that would, you know, make my life a lot easier. Okay, and ow. Ooh, we're almost dead. Luckily, you know, we do have the whole revival aspect to go with, but that's not exactly high on my list. Come on, just die. There we go, he's dead. Beautiful. I guess the other thing we could get, apart from the steel ball, is some kind of item here. I'm keeping my fingers crossed, but not exactly truly that hopeful. That was only 25 health. Did not think it was that low of healing. Dang it, healing potion. And it's whatever the ice... Oh, it's the ice sword. It's better than steel ball in my opinion, I think. Okay, so we're going back to the sewers, my age-old friend, or at least my most recent friend. I'm not entirely sure when we get to start skipping the sewers, but I'm not exactly holding my breath here. I'll just kind of assume that this is the status quo up until something changes. Also like the icy effect that this has, because, you know, slows things down, right? Does not actually do that much damage, though. But I guess that might also be indicative of the fact that we have 0 damage boosting items, and would very much like to have, you know, a couple of those. Up, slimes. I wonder if there's like a visual distinction. Come on, freeze, freeze. Just stay. Nope. I was hoping he would stay frozen so I could just continually murder his face. Not the case. Don't know when he's going to pop up either. It's kind of one of the problem with the... Oh wait, no. I think he did actually die there. Can we... Nope, he's not dead. Now he's dead. There was a blood spot in the middle of the swamp muck, and it was like, well, this seems like an appropriate time. Speaking of an appropriate time, let's open this one up, and we get a... That's tempting. But I think I can leave it, and we get another key. What does this one got? Fire gauntlets. Trickster. I like the Trickster today. Now, we could pick up that big health potion, but I think I'm going to come back for it, because I don't think we need to quaff it immediately. I hope. I'm going to stick my head back in just so I know what the score is, and the answer is, yep, I can come back whenever I want, looks like. I don't think there are secret levels on the end of this, but I'm not entirely sure. Because like, the forest is kind of cool, but is there a version for the sewers? I know there's something to do with, like, the black market, but I'm going to have to go looking for that one. Because I'm glad I found out about the forest by accident, instead of, you know, the usual, you look it up on the wiki, and then you know how to get there forever. But now we just know how to get there forever because I looked it up on the wiki. But at least the first time I ever found it, it was a complete surprise. Yeah, I'm not even being facetious here. That was complete legit. Okay, almost got hit there. That would have been embarrassing. And we got another shop. Too bad we're poor. Especially because I really wanted those spiky boots. Well, I've made mistakes in life. Not the end of the world. Realistically, if we die, we die. I'm not going to cry about it. I never really like whining about these kinds of things, because it's like, you know what? It's a roguelike. You're supposed to die here. Dying is just part of the game. And I kind of like it too, because it's usually an excuse to go off and play something else. Because usually by that half-hour mark, whoa! Okay, just I think I killed it. Yep, and we got a bunch of guys pissed off at us. That's okay. They die quick, too. Now, the thing is... Yeah, by the 30-minute mark of really any game, it's kind of like, okay, I'm good. I mean, if it's like a game with a really enthralling story, sure, there's like a complete exception there. But as it stands with roguelike, it's like, yeah, 30 minutes, move on to the next roguelike. Which I guess is why I don't do like specifically daily episodes of any roguelike. I'm trying to do every other day for most roguelikes. I guess Fancy Skulls has fallen off the map a little bit, much to my general, I wouldn't say dismay so much as just disappointment. I don't know, I like that game a lot. But it's definitely one of those where I just haven't had the chance to record it because it requires a heck of a lot more skill-ish. Like, if I'm having a really off day, I know I'm not going to be able to do Fancy Skulls. Whereas I know if I'm having an off day, Wizard's Lizard, damn it. I know I'm definitely going to have to go back for that healing potion now. Whoops. Well, you know, that's just the way things go. Just please don't take any more damage here, otherwise I'm not going to have to go back for that big ol' healing potion. And that would be hilarious, unfortunate, and stupid. Also, oh, there we go. That's where the last enemy is. Can I? Oh, yep, there. Now I can leave. Let's just leave without pissing off the spiky thing, because that would hurt. So, how are we doing? We got the Ice Sword, we've got Trickster stuff, but I really have no idea what the Trickster stat does. Like, okay, damage makes sense. Speed makes sense. Trickster? Pfft. Your guess is as good as mine. Like, does it give me cash? Does it give me... I don't even know. But we have almost full Trickster garb. I guess really we're missing the breastplate and boots. Yeah, breastplate and boots. Those are the only things we're missing. And then we actually would have full Trickster, which would be hilarious, but not really high on my list. And, I mean, hopefully soon. Hopefully we'll be able to somehow cobble together our 5,000 more gold before we leave this level so I can get the battle boots, so I can actually do some damage here. Oop, that's a slime. That's a danger slime. And this might be a mimic. Not entirely sure on that matter. The answer is no. It gives me wizard stuff. Well, considering I'm not already wearing a chest piece, might as well wear it even though I don't use magic. Because wizards are dumb. I mean, technically they're the antithesis of dumb, but for me, wizards are dumb. And there's nothing over there worth anything. What do we got? Oh, it's this big old crystal. And we've got spiky rings to come attack me. So I guess I'm going to have to be a little bit on the cautious side of things. But not too much. Oh, got to be cautious of the mushroom too. Ow. Okay, that was kind of stupid bad, but we're going to be okay here. I just gotta keep with the dodgy. And not dodge too far down. This thing has a lot of health too. There we go. It's dead, and we get 25 health if I went there, but I don't want to, because that's a good healing potion to hold on to. Let's go. So 2,000 more gold, I can get the boots that we need, because the extra damage would be very much appreciated, because as cool as the Ice Sword is, it really doesn't do a heck of a lot of damage. And this is a lot of dudes. Hello, lot of dudes. This is how I deal with you. Ice and mutant zombies. Oh, that's what they're called. Interesting. Well, glad I could freeze them. Glad I had the slowing aura, because, yeah, this is exactly why we want to boost our damage, because if it takes 2 hits to kill a parasite, that means we don't do that much. I guess I should probably break the barrels, just in case we're looking for loot. Yep, that's kind of exactly what we're looking for. And really, we want cash, but there we go. See? It works. I mean, yeah, there are sometimes enemies on the inside, but we're fine. Don't immediately blow up the poison mushroom, or exploding mushroom. That's, you know, how bad things happen to you, Wander. And we've got a lot of blue slimes all over the place. Hopefully they're not the variety that turn into the ice blocks, but I could probably deal with that. Yep, they in fact are. Well, oh well. And as usual, my Ice Sword is getting stuck inside of everything for mysterious reasons, but mysterious reasons are not liable on insurance, and that just saved me 9,000 gold. That's pretty cool. I like it when I save 9,000 gold, because now we got spike boots, so we can kill parasites in one hit. Yes! I wish I could wear multiple sets of poison boots. Lizards have 4 feet, not hands, right? So I could totally wear multiple sets of boots, right? Not the way the world works, Wander. Much to my eternal disappointment and sadness. It looks like only half of these poison puddles are the evil variety. Wow, spike boots really make a difference. Kill slime puddles in one hit, which is perfect. Kill these guys too, or I guess it's 2 hits for everything, but close enough, right? Close enough. Yep, that's the violent variety. Come on, just die. There we go. He's dead. And get out of here. Ooh, this is a messy room. That one is not the violent variety. Beautiful. Let's just see if I can break that thing, not take any damage, because, I mean, yes, we do have the 25 health potion, but at the same time, not exactly high on my list to deal with that kind of business. And yet, kill parasites in one go. Exactly what I was hoping for. Let's hide back here for a second while I scratch my nose. Piss off a parasite while I do it. Not a big deal, though. They don't move fast and they get stuck on barrel, and I can kill them in one hit. So, pretty much across the board. Good for me. Now here's the question. Oh, interesting. Ah, and I got it. And there's no more reason to... Oh, that's what I do with the slime key. Too bad I do not have the slime key, because I didn't bother going that way. But now I know how to get there. So, I'll keep that in mind for the future. Now this is the sewers level 1, so I guess this is the sewers level 1, right? Yeah, sewer 1. So that means in the future, when I have the slime key, I have to explore sewer level 1 as opposed to anything else. Oh, this is the wrong door to go through too. Kind of sucks, but meh. Now here's a question. What do we need? We need, I mean, really, if I could stack myself out with spiked armor, we'd be in a beautiful position. Because I like the extra damage. Because, I mean, if I could one-hit everything, oh, that'd be perfect. Are we feeling risky here? Charm of Magic. Oh, man, that's not particularly useful. Book of Magic. Well, our soul bolts do more damage at the very least. And I will remember what they do. Hopefully, we will have enough money to buy whatever we want. Hopefully. I mean, realistically, we've got a decent weapon. And cash income is usually pretty high in this game, especially once you get a little bit later on. Let's just put this here. Kill these guys. I was hoping it would kill them a little bit faster, but, I mean, is life. And we can just freeze the last couple. Frame rate always comes and goes with this game. Never exactly a dull moment, but that's okay. And that was dumb. Come to think of it, we do have the healing potion we can go back for, which is great. I'd very much like to be full health by the time I get out of here. Or at least go on to the next level. Now, we do... Right. Okay, that ice does not actually do damage. That's very good to know. Almost killed myself on that one. Okay. Hoi! That's also a mimic. There we go. And we get this, and we get this, and we're wealthy quite again. So, where's the door? How can I leave? How do I leave? How do I get out of here? That's always a question. Generally in a building that I've never seen before that's super sketchy, dark, and potentially has monsters in it. Luckily, I generally don't hang out in places like that, unless I'm in a video game, at which point I'm always doing that, except for, really, that's just Outlast, because screw Outlast. Or, oh, this is the slime chest. Oh, and apparently I have a key left over. Nuts. I feel really dumb. Oh, I also forgot the healing potion on the previous level. Well, I've made some mistakes here. I will admit to them, and if it means sinking the run, then whoops. But I don't think I'm going to make that mistake again. Anyway, these just poison me, so I don't take damage. I just move slowly. So I can just scoot through them. Slowly. And continue on. Man. That's what the slime chest does. I guess that begs the question, what does that random door do on the previous level? Maybe that's how you... Oh, if you have an extra key, maybe you can get yourselves to the, like, beggar's nest or whatever it's called, the black market. Maybe it is the beggar's nest, come to think of it. I have no idea. Either way, hopefully we'll have enough healing items across the board that, you know, my mistakes will not, you know, exactly be that great. Oh, that's a violent slime if I ever saw one. Let's dispose of it quick. And I'm gonna use this chest for a second just to get my way, and by get my way I mean mostly just block shots. Kinda, Book of Totemic Mastery. That's probably better than Book of Magic, not entirely sure. And that's where I suddenly regret wasting, you know, 6,000 gold on miscellaneous items. So, I've already cleared out like half of this, so this must be like a much smaller room than the previous one. And healing items if I really care. What's this? Dual daggers. Oh, that's not as good as the ice sword, I think. Probably. Kind of hard to tell. With luck, I can get enough cash. Ow. Well, that was stupid. With luck, I can get enough cash that my mistake, or, I mean, that I can get the blueprint. Worst comes to worst, I don't, and we just buy food. It's not a terrible plan. It's just, holy crap. This is quite the thing. Let's just piss off everything at once. That works. And for a second, I was like, hey, a poison totem. I should pick that up and use that, right? Nope. Damn it, Wander. Why are you so dumb? Well, I guess if we do find a locked chest, we can open that one up, but, ugh. Did not realize I probably could have opened up that locked door. Should probably just go through here. Killing parasites does not seem to be doing me any favors. Oh. And this is bad. Because we've got the pugilistic poison things. That doesn't seem to be hurting me. Luckily, I can freeze everything, which is kind of exactly what I need in this scenario, especially when I'm poisoned. Because, well, I mean, yes, I move slowly, but everything else moves slower, which is beautiful. Okay. And we've got a lot of cash over here. We might actually be able to make the necessary cash to... Oh, I almost got stuck on the barrel. Probably should just break these barrels. Yep. And that's probably why I shouldn't break the barrels. Kind of hard to tell one way or another. And technically we haven't died yet, so we're actually still in a really good position. Of course, we're probably going to get past this level, suddenly take a bunch of damage, die, keep taking a bunch of damage, and die before the sewer hag, but, you know, I mean, I have some amount of hope. Ish. Okay, doesn't... Oh, there's a little bit of that cash loot. Luckily, I can kind of just pump my face into it and not worry about things. Might actually have to worry about that on the return trip, though. Come to think of it. Kind of wish traps would reset when you went from room to room. That said, not the end of the world. Lots of particle effects going on. Frame rate is going all over the place, and we've got an eyeball. Stupid eyeballs. Always screwing up my biznatch. Nazbitch. That's not a good word. Should not go with that kind of phrasing. You violent? Nope, you're not violent. That's violent. Okay, so we got parasites up the wazoo. We got a chest over there, which is good. We need to kill that mushroom. Oh, wow. Okay, there we go. And, ooh, it was a mimic. Of course it was a mimic. Yeah, we're gonna have to spend all of our money on healing items. Come to think of it. Unless I go through that door and just immediately get burnt by the spike thing that was coming through. I don't know why it was so hard for me to shoot up. It was either left or up. Anyway, this is the exit, so let's just immediately go down. And, oh, good. Nope. It was actually going that direction. Well, that was more than a little scary. Let's go for the shop with our fingers crossed, because I think I should be able to get enough food that we could... Oh, nope, 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 go, nope. That was not the right way either. Yeah, we definitely have enough food to get back up to full health. Assuming there's enough healing items for it, which I think there is. There almost always is. Let's just break this barrel. Hey, it had a crown for us. Well, yeah, so we have enough cash. The question is, do we have enough items in the shop to express our need for speed? Well, let's start with the cupcake. That was good. Get the bread, and I guess get the meat. Yep. So that was a lot of money, but we are full health and going on to the next level. Honestly, except for a revival room, I don't think there's much on this level that we need to worry about. We just have to get there. And it's the third... Oh, we are going to the third level, which has the civilian, presumably. Because it's always the third level. Never any of the other ones. Okay, how do I get through here? Do I... Yeah, I go around this way. Because there aren't spiky rings this direction. Except for the very, very end, but with luck... Oh, that was the wrong button. I think I wanted B, not Y. There we go. Yeah, that's how you sprint. Gotta remember that. Okay, so Sewer 3... we needed to find the villager first, just to get us the extra cash. And then from there, we want to get the... From there, we want to get to the sea hag, obviously. Sewer hag. I don't know why I keep thinking she's oceanic. I guess it's just... How many hags do you know that would, like, willingly hang out in a sewer? My bet, not many. I mean, if I were a hag, I probably wouldn't hang out in the sewer unless I really had a good reason to, like I was a poopomancer or something. And, I mean... hopefully if and when I become a wizard of any kind of variety, I will not be scatological in persuasion. Now, let's just murder this thing before I can... Oh, damn. Okay, good. That's just the poison grungies. Okay, so... Not bad. Not bad at all. Let's keep going. I'm trying to hold on to as much health as possible. That one's not dangerous. That one's not dangerous either. Much health, much cash as possible, because ideally we get to the not graveyard, whatever Death's domain is. Why does this place go like cemetery, sewer, and then just like hell? It escalates very quickly there. It's like, okay, fairly pseudo-creepy, pseudo-disturbing, but ultimately mundane places. And then just kind of the worst place known to man, presumably. Anyway, we've got... Oh, that parasite was dodging all of our shots, largely because it's kind of hard to aim with a twin-stick shooter, and bad collision in some cases. Either way, not the end of the world. I was kind of hoping I could get over there and bait the eyeball. Oh, okay, yeah, it worked. I was trying to bait the eyeball so I could blow it up with the explosive mushrooms, and it worked. It worked beautifully. Now here's the question. What do we have over here? We've got... Oh. That's exactly what I was afraid of. I was just like, oh, there's something that might be messing our day up, and the answer is it was hidden slime. Crouching puddle, hidden slime. Yeah, that's totally how things work. I should go back and watch that movie, actually. It's been a long time since I've seen one. And I think of all of the... Is it Wuzia? I don't know. Wuzia? Shell is the one who usually remembers, but we're not playing a Shell commentary game, so Shell commentary will be decidedly lacking. But... I don't know, like, what was Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon? She's next to me, I'm conferring with her. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, that was Wuzia, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What other ones were, Wuzia.
Curse of the Golden Flower.
I don't think I ever saw that one. Okay.
House of Flying Daggers.
Ugh, that one was bad.
Hero.
Ugh, even worse. They were all bad. Yeah, yep, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Only...
Forbidden Kingdom.
Ugh, that was the Jackie Chan one, right?
And Jet Li.
Ugh, that was so bad. They were all so bad. It was like, Forbidden Kingdom, if you haven't seen it, was like, Jackie Chan learns to fly, fights random other people. The end. I should do like...
No.
Shh.
It was a boy that went to an antique shop. And they proceed to get... sucked into another realm.
Oh, then I'm thinking of
Jet Li is the Monkey King.
I'm thinking of a wildly different Jackie Chan Jet Li movie where Jackie Chan learns to fly and it's really shitty. I clearly need to get my Chinese martial arts movies straight. If you're watching these and you have never heard of Shell before, Shell is my fiance and knows more about movies than I do because I really don't pay attention to them. Anyway, so we took some stupid damage along the way. While I was being too chatty about Chinese, martial arts action movies. I need to play more of those, come to think of it. Or, like, more games that have that. Dark Iron Ring. Can't complain about that. Spiked Lantern, extra damage. And I could go for the Dark Iron Helmet. No. It's probably going to be nice. The extra health is definitely going to make things go a lot easier. Now, I'd like to avoid the boss chamber. Hey, we're not even getting close. Well, that's good. Because I would very much like to not have to fight the boss yet. Kill us some things while we're over here. Thank you, Explosive Barrels, for making my job really easy. Unfortunately, we've got a lot of spike rooms to contend with, in fact. To the point where they're actually going to make it pretty hard for me to... That's where he is. Just dodge these things. Just die. There we go. And apparently if I press B, I can just run past them. Good to freaking know. Just gotta, get there. And wait for them to, I guess wait for my sprint to come back. Things you don't bother with strategically. I think I just completely failed the sprint and immediately got hit by the spike ring. Bad mistake. Oh well, we just have one more spike ring to get past, and then we're home free, right? We're home free, so there's nothing down here that was worthwhile in the slightest. Disappointing, but not the end of the world. I'll have to look up what the trickiness does, because it'd be cool, but I have no idea. It'd be cool if it, like, reduced your hitbox or gave enemies a chance to miss. I don't think that's how it works. Anyway, let's go down this path. Might as well kill the parasite while we're here. We now have a much larger light radius. Go figure, we got a lantern. And because it's the spike lantern, my favorite lantern, we do extra damage too, which I'm happy about. I do kind of wish there was like more varied equipment, because this does go back to the age-old problem I have with a lot of roguelikes nowadays, where Binding of Isaac just has so many varied types of gameplay. And in the end, you really just want to go for... Oh, shoot, I was trying to kill the Oogly, but the Oogly escaped, and now I have no idea where he is. Oh, there he is. Nope, he escaped. There he is, got him, and he's dead. Let's get out of here. But, like, Binding of Isaac had such varied gameplay that no other roguelike has ever really come close. I mean, I have yet to try Our Darker Purpose or Steam Marines. I've tried a little bit of Dungeons of Dreadmore, but apart from some kind of like weird perks, it ultimately boils down to being a pretty generic RPG, or roguelike RPG, which I'm actually pretty happy about. Like, it's nice to play those. Kind of why I like Shattered Planet so much. But now, when it comes down to it, I prefer roguelikes with like really weird, varied style of gameplay, kind of based on randomization. Because it's really cool to... Let's just leave that behind. I was really hoping that the slime would come over and express itself, but it has yet to come say hi. There it goes. And apparently there's actually nothing left on this room. Let's get out of here. So, let's see. We've got to be getting close to her, or at least the villager, one or the other, pretty high on my list. I'm just going to use that and apparently just kill everything in the general vicinity except for the eyeball and the slime. Forgot about the slime. Forgot slimes don't get hit by magic. Kind of wish they did. Kind of be... God damn it. Well, at the very least, we're going to be halfway dead when we find the boss. Unless I get lucky and find some food. It'd be kind of cool if I could find a merchant that sold me food in here, but I think that's only going to be the previous level. Huh. Apparently not dangerous. Blue candle. Not interested. Because rather prioritize damage over, I don't know, fancy blue lights. Realistically, if I had nothing better, blue candle would be nice. Or if it was like the blue candle from If it was like the blue candle from Binding of Isaac, but it ain't. Anyway, that's 2. Let's just piss them off. At least they're predictable, which is good. And dead, which is also good. Now let's leave. And never speak of this place again. 'Tis a silly place. So, one more path to go. Unfortunately, I think we might have to deal with the super scary room of, you know, moving pain discs, which I'm not keen on, but, I mean, you make do, and if I get blown up, I get blown up. It's just the way things are. Okay, so, oh, this is bad. Parasite got to my face. I don't like it when parasites get to my face. That's how you get head crabs, and no one likes head crabs. Probably should have popped my last magic bolt, but I've been saving... I'm saving those up for emergency eyeball maneuvers. Not exactly... Come on. Come on, Wander. You're better than this. You're better. Oh, let's freeze him before he makes it anywhere. Grab this. Please have food in it. You had a nugget of gold. Well, at the very least, if we make it to the boss, I'm going to be happy. If we don't... What kind of horrifying place is this? I guess we've already been in a place like this, come to think of it. As long as, you know, my memory serves. And, you know, I'm not wrong about going in here, but explosions abound. Too many explosive barrels. Like, who keeps these things in your house? It's like it would burn down or something. That'd be kind of horrible, actually, if you could burn the freaking house to the ground or something like that, because you're holding all of these explosive barrels in there. So, in short, don't keep explosive barrels in your houses, kids. Dumb. That said, it's kind of interesting, but I think, as far as like my general viewership and audience go, you guys are largely older than me, or the exact same age as me. Looking at my analytics, it's almost universally like... Oh, there he is. There's the Woogly. Don't get hit by the Woogly. Don't get hit by either of the moving slimes. They're a pain in the butt. Okay, and they're dead. I get the feeling, yep, it is. Why am I not surprised? Don't get hit by that. Not even sure what is still in this room that is particular. Oh, it's an eyeball. A pair of eyeballs. Well, let's kill the eyeball. Eyeball's dead. I'm not sure where the other one's going to be. Unfortunately, they can float over the poison stuff, which is not exactly my idea of fun, but that's okay. And there's some cash there. I don't really care. I've got more than enough of that, and not enough on the survival standpoint, so... Oh boy, this is gonna be... Apparently I can one-hit slimes. That's good at least. Okay, now before anybody else decides to get frisky, let's just go fight her. I wonder if I can freeze her. Chances are no, but it would be cool. The answer is no. Not entirely sure how she's not... Oh, there she hits me. Yeah, so answer is do not try and hide between those things. Luckily, we do a shit ton of damage, which is good. We just gotta not get poisoned here. Because getting poisoned is death in this scenario. Break all the explosive mushrooms. Now, ideally... Oh, there she is. Ideally... Wow, we're making really short work of her. All the extra damage items have really come in handy. Let's keep an eye out where she's going to pop up. The answer is there. Now the eyeballs should be showing up shortly. We've taken way too much damage here. That's where the eyeballs are. Luckily, they go down in a couple of hits. And with luck, we will kill her before too many start spawning, because they spawn based on time, as opposed to anything else. Okay, where is she going to be next? There she is. Get out of the way of these things. Leg spikes, go away. Don't want to deal with you. Come on, just die. There we go. And take out the explosive mushrooms, because if anything, I get hit by one of those, bad things happen to me. There we go. She is dead. Well, it took 3 episodes, but I killed her, and I'm happy about it. Unfortunately, that means we're going into the final 3 stages. Not entirely sure how much further in this game goes, but it happens, right? Right. Glad none of those were specifically poison. Watch this one be an attack slime. The answer is no. Oh, that's good. What's in the chest for me to have? Ice totem. It's better than poison. And we've got cash, so let's go on to the next level, and hopefully we can find a shop that sells us some really powerful gear. And I didn't even... Oh, we're in the crypt. There we go. Yeah, what? You know, if you asked me, I think the logical progression of this game would be... Oh, right, we're dead now. So, oh, come on. Logical progression would be sewer. No balls. Sewer. Then the, after the sewer would be the... Oh, let's just break everything while we're here. Unfortunately, I'm getting really wrecked by the Cyclops that hucks all the stuff at me. And apparently Cyclops are not the thing that... Wow. This has become quickly very unfriendly to me. With luck, I'll get some healing items. The answer is that's not a healing item. That's not going to have a healing item. And I should probably kill a skeleton nest before, you know, anything. Okay, now we can leave. I wonder what this thing does. The answer is nothing. Not terribly surprising. Okay. I guess I should probably... Wow, that moves a heck of a lot faster than I was expecting. Oh, wow. This is quite the place. Oh, boy. Well, it died. And we... Oh, apparently if you hug the sides, the spikes do not get pissed off. Cool. That was kobold sapper. Oh, that is terrifying. Essentially, kobolds that just charge you with explosives strapped to their back. This game has become quickly unfriendly. And I do not remember the enemies having that much health, but I guess it kind of makes sense, considering. So, we're really not finding the gear we need to continue. And by gear we need, I mean really just food. I guess if I find a revival circle, we'll be in a good position, but chances of us finding one of those, pretty slim on the first level. Oh, what the... Huh. Morrow's statue. That's interesting. I've never run into an enemy like that before. Well, let's murder it. In cold blood. Almost literally. And I got to see healing potion. Sweet. And keep going. I wonder if... Yeah, this is probably a... Let's just freeze this guy. At least he doesn't die fast. Yeah, let's just put up our ice totem and let that handle the hard work here. Because, I don't know, there's a lot of scaries. Also, glad I picked up all the totem stuff, because my totem lasts a very, very long time and I got frozen. Luckily, the bird doesn't seem to freeze me. Or it freezes me, but it doesn't do damage, which is actually kind of nice. I was a little bit afraid of that. And we've got our ice totem. Ow. Holy crap, that hurt. Note to self. Copalds. Freaking scary. Ice totem, thank you for your continued contributions to team. You are credit. Who is that? And, well, glad I didn't hurt her. Should probably kill the freaking bird. Oh, boy. So the bird can move through me and do damage. Good to know. Now what happens if I hurt this one? Oh, she's pissed. She's like a super owl. Dominion. Yeah, it's like D-minion. Neat. And I'm not entirely sure why I'm breaking these things apart from the fervent hope that I can find food. Luckily, I mean, we made it farther than we've ever made before, so if I die, you know, in the next 5 seconds, which looks entirely likely, that I'm just going to say good enough and call it a sort of day. Apparently you can break those too. Cool. Oh, and the rock thing was the spinning spike ball was the thing doing all of the damage to the other enemy. Well, that's convenient enough. Let's take out this skull because, oh, what? Why did it decide to get frisky? Well, let's freeze these guys, and we're gonna have to piss off one of the Dominions. Luckily, Dominions can be frozen repeatedly, and makes my life a heck of a lot easier. Let's just piss off this skull here. Whew. Okay, so we've got one more Dominion to go after. Watch out for that thing. I mean, there's so much to watch out for. Actually, that might have been the only Dominion. I don't know. Not exactly keeping track here, you know? Let's just take this one out. I really, honestly, I'm kind of flabbergasted at just how far I'm making. In fact, I can even make it onto the 2nd level, which, I mean, why not when in Rome? Never did find the villager on sewer level 3, so I guess it must be a little random. Anyway, let's piss these things off, because, I don't know, might as well be sitting on quite the treasure trove of cash. Never know what you might find. Who knows? Might even be like a shop with all of the food. That would be so nice. Especially if I can get like a revival chamber in short order too, but chances are not going to find either. Ooh, lots of levels. I missed this one again. Well, luckily we can kill this guy before it even becomes a problem. Well, let's not chance that one just because like one really embarrassing hit would screw. Oh, arrow trap. That did it in for us. Didn't even realize that those were in the game. But you know what? That was a great run across the board, and I'm very happy with it. So, I will see you guys on the next episode of A Wizard's Lizard, and Doubtful we're going to do as well, but that's just the way things go. And if I haven't gotten any new cool items to use, I'll probably default back to Double Dagger, because that's my favorite. Anyway, so, see you guys then, and as always, thanks for watching.